Hello, my friends. So, if today's date, May the 24th, is your birth date, this is a reading for you for this year. It is a three-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge card you might face in this year, and an action to take to keep yourself in balance this year. So, your energy card of this year is the Nectar. And the Nectar is all about touching and remembering and tasting and sensing the sweetness and the healing of spirit. It's to remember your spirit. It's to touch that spirit. It's to find that sacred again. It's to um, taste the sweetness through music, through nature, through nurturance, through healing work, through spiritual visitations, through uh, recognizing the amazing synchronicities and the amazing connections and the amazing sparks of energy that are there for us if we just remember and open and look and feel and taste them. So this is a lot about what the hermit does. The hermit goes into the woods in the quiet to find themselves, to hear their nectar again, to transmute their poisons, their internalized poisons, into something that is reminds them of the sweetness of life and reminds them of the connectedness of life and reminds them of the joy that is in life. So this was a year of tasting and touching the nectar. Go into the woods, go into your heart, go into your being, go into your soul, go into your spirit, dance, sing, uh, remind yourself through food and pleasure, remind yourself through chants and spiritual practices, remind yourself through healing work that you give or you receive, remind yourself through ritual, remind yourself through nature and amazing sights and sounds of the world and the universe, remind yourself through the joy of children, remind yourself through the wisdom of elders, remind yourself of how precious this life is, of how precious you are, of how precious is the sweetness that sits at the center of all of the craziness that we have. And there is a sweetness there, and there is a joy there, and it is a connectedness that's deep and honoring and sacred and viable and usable and tangible to us if we just remember, remind ourselves, and reframe our negativities into positive thinkings, positive actions, positive works. So this is that place of like the Shiva did, like the hermits did, taking the pains and the traumas and the poisons of the world, putting them in your mouth, holding them in your mouth until they dissolve into the nectar of connectedness and spirit and joy. And that is a process, and that is a life process, and that is a holy process, and that is a spirit process that you are called to do this year. So keep remembering to taste the nectar. So your challenge this year is the star. And the challenge in the star is when it's in its upright place, remembering that you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, that you are a valuable and vital and necessary part of the evolutionary process, that you have your place in the heavens as you have your place on earth as a necessary component to the enlightenment and evolution of all beings, and particularly yourself. But if you do your work and trust that everyone else is doing their work, then you're going to go a lot farther. So your challenge is going to be A, to trust that you are a necessary part of this universe, to be trust that you are in the right place at the right time doing the right thing, and C, to trust that you are allowed mystical experiences. The star is really about touching mystical experiences that transform you. You may not be able to put them into words, but you can feel them in your spirit. So you have to be able this year to feel the mysticism and feel the magic that is boiling up around you, that if you're in your head too much, or if you're in your negativity too much, or if you're in your doubt too much, or your mistrust too much, you might not feel like they're for you, or that they're even worthy, or that they're even magic and mystery and sacred encounters. So The challenge is not to fall into your head and your negativity. The challenge is to believe in something bigger than yourself, but that you are a necessary part of it. And the action that you can take this year is the dog. And the dog is all about loyalty. The dog is all about trust. The dog is all about going through the process, doing the best you can, honoring the people that you're with, honoring yourself, being loyal to yourself, being loyal to your heart, being loyal to your words, being loyal to your healing of yourself, being loyal to the healing of all the beings in your clan, your group, your family, your universe. It is about being humble as well, and and following your natural instincts that take you to the places of joy and treasure and beingness. So this is a humble and a simple card, but boy, is it a strong card. We need loyalty to ourselves. We need loyalty to the words that we speak out into the universe. So make them good words. Make them positive words, make them powerful words, make them true words that honor yourself but honor the dignity of everyone you're around. Don't hold yourself to masters that hurt you. Don't hold yourself to masters that want to beat you down. Don't hold yourself to those things that want to keep troubling you. That's not the loyalty to you that you need. There's a loyalty to the deeper aspects of being. There's a loyalty to those who are kind and friendly. There's a loyalty to helping everyone. Regardless of how they treat you. But you can have good boundaries, you can have sharp teeth, like the dog. You can be willing to set your boundaries and set strong boundaries and not let somebody go over them, because the dog won't always take the beating. And you, as the dog, cannot take the beating this year. You have to stand up for yourself, but you have to be loyal at the same time to the bigger presence, to the greater good, to the highest dignity and the highest respect that you can find for yourself and for others. And in that process, you learn great compassion for yourself, but great compassion for others as well. And you'll learn who are the faces that you trust and the beings that you can give your leash to, and the love that sits really at the center of loyalty and kindness and joy and connectedness. So recognize your star part, recognize your humble dog part, recognize the poisons that you take into your mouth that you wish to change into the sweet nectars of sacredness and connectedness, and you'll have a marvelous year. And you'll have a marvelous year anyway, regardless of what you do, because that's what we need to do. We need to have marvelous years, and we need to sort out the BS from the grace and the glory and the authenticity that we hold for ourselves and extend it to others. Blessed be.